Most people don't realize that crying over a lost pet is one of the most psychologically honest things a human being can do. Not dramatic, not embarrassing, not just an animal. Because what the grief actually reveals about how you loved, how you bonded, and how deeply you are capable of feeling is something most people never stop to understand. Until now. Let's explore the strange psychology behind crying after losing a pet. 1. The grief is completely real. Psychologists confirm that pet loss activates the same neurological grief pathways as losing a human loved one. The same brain regions, the same neurochemical collapse, the same stages, because to the brain the bond was real and the absence is real. While society often minimizes pet grief as disproportionate or soft, neuroscience says otherwise. The pain isn't a sign of weakness or misplaced emotion. It is the accurate, proportionate response of a brain that genuinely loved something and lost it. But this is where it gets interesting. 2. You're grieving a language. Research in human-animal bonding reveals that pets create a unique relational dialect with their owners, a private world of rituals, rhythms, inside moments, and nonverbal understanding that exists nowhere else. When the pet is gone, that entire language dies with them. No one else shared that specific morning routine, that particular greeting, that exact way they knew when you needed them. Have you ever tried to explain to someone who didn't know your pet why you miss them so specifically? That inability to translate the loss is its own kind of grief. And there's another layer to this. 3. Safe love suddenly gone. Attachment theory shows that the bonds people form with pets are often among the purest expressions of secure attachment in their lives. Love given freely, received without condition, and sustained without the complexity that human relationships inevitably carry. For many people, their pet was the one relationship completely free of disappointment, betrayal, or emotional labor. Losing that is not just losing a companion, is losing the one place their heart felt entirely safe. But psychology takes this even deeper. 4. It reveals your capacity. Studies in emotional psychology show that the depth of grief correlates directly with the depth of the bond, and the depth of the bond reflects the person's capacity for genuine, unconditional love. Do you relate to this more than you expected? Because crying after losing a pet isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. It is evidence of something rare and profound, that you loved fully, without holding back, without protecting yourself from the cost of caring. That is not fragility. That is extraordinary emotional courage. 5. The grief is also gratitude. Neuroscience research on grief reveals something quietly beautiful. The pain of loss and the feeling of love activate overlapping neural circuits. Which means every wave of grief after losing a pet is, at its core, love with nowhere left to go. While many people feel confused or ashamed by how hard they cry, what their brain is actually doing is honoring something real. The intensity of the grief is the measure of the gift. And the people who feel it most deeply are not the ones who love too much, they are the ones who knew how to love completely. So next time you notice someone completely undone by the loss of their pet, crying harder than seems explainable, grieving longer than others think necessary, don't minimize it. They might just be someone with an extraordinary capacity for love, a deeply bonded heart, and the emotional honesty to feel every inch of it. If you found this video valuable and learned something new, do us a favor, like subscribe to Tiny But Wise and share it with your loved ones. Now your turn. Drop a comment with the next topic. We read every comment, and the best suggestion gets a shout out. See you there.